It's Week 8 of the National Football League.
And all eyes are on the Packers, towering wide.
Two teams that have met at least twice a year since 1932. The Lions and Packers underway from Lambeau.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
In motion left goes a tight end. They'll look to throw now on first down.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They'll look to throw here on first down.
He'll go right back to St. Brown.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
The numbers for St. Brown a week ago.
4 catches, 69 yards, and a touchdown.
And you can tell early, they're going to look his way quite a bit, and he made himself available on that one.
Gibbs straight ahead.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Counter play. Here's Gibbs.
A nice little juke. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Another run for Gibbs here.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
This is a 2nd and 4. Ball at the 9.
And it's a fumble.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway's got to be doing what
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th. They'll try and run for it. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Throwing to start the drive. Gordon. He finds his man, complete. It's Marsh. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra hut, that extra emphasis on it, got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
Up the middle they go. Carmichael. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Holding, offense.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Operating from the gun, Gordon. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. Operating from the gun, Gordon. Got his man, that's Luke Musgrave. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and a yard.
Now a handoff up the middle. Carmichael. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. The Packers sitting at 5-2 on the year, and they've been playing well, really well. I mean, winners of 5 of their last 7, but losers last time out.
And last week, not only on the scoreboard, but I saw it on tape as well. Definitely not one of their finer performances because they were outclassed pretty much right from the start. So I think there'll be a renewed emphasis on trying to be a little better out of the gate in this one so they don't fall into a big hole.
2nd and 3. He finds his man, complete. That's Lambert. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 23. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Holding offense.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Here we go now on 1st and goal.
Back to throw. Gordon. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Previous play is under review.
A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Packers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it ends with a Packers touchdown. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive.
And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you've got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
A short one there to Freiermuth.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
That catch in his career is number 662, and that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer Ozzie Newsome.
Yeah, who was a wide receiver at Alabama before he transitioned in the NFL. And we're seeing similar attributes here because the ability to play inside, outside, flex out, he can catch it from any position and turn it into a big play.
Now he's got his eyes on 700. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. The tight end in motion right. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Quay Walker came through to make the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. A short one there to Freiermuth. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. The Packers offense led by their wide receiver headed out for their 2nd possession. And he's been filling up the stat sheet on a weekly basis. So to no one's surprise, his name sits near the top of the list in terms of most receptions by a wideout this season. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown, they got the stop, and now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 41-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Lambert, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They run the counter. Carmichael takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. Gordon. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. A short throw to Musgrave. And he's going to be taken down at the 39. Clearly short of the first by a few yards. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Back to throw. Gordon. And he's got his man on the out route. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The Lions on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That is caught. And he is going to have a Lions first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and a yard. From the gun, Gibbs will get it.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Packer pressure, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
Looking to throw. Austin setting up the screen. This is Gibbs.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
This will wind up a loss on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
So here are the Packers now to take over. They were losers a week ago to Arizona, but they're on top here as they start this drive with a 1st and 10. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Gordon, a short throw to Musgrave.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that.
Touchdown, Packers! A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Packers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Detroit's offense ready to take over.
And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They go play action here on first down. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down. Back to throw again. A short one there to Freiermuth. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll look to throw again. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this one too low. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Austin from the gun on third down. And that is incomplete. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a fourth down.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Back to throw. Austin. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Lions are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with only 9 seconds remaining and not much time, we'll see how they play this. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Back to throw now on first down. The short throw to Musgrave. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. He's going to throw one up from the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, week 8 of the NFL season. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. From there, we head over to the West Coast. Check out the Niners at home.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock
for the third quarter.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Packers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
Throwing to start the drive. Gordon. He's going to take another shot here. And that is incomplete.
These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the Packers who won that game on the road, so they'll be trying to win the season series here at home in Lambeau.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Lions will take over.
The Lions offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They'll go again with Gibbs.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
78 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Austin.
Short throw here to the tight end Bates.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Off play action. Austin. He finds his man. Complete. It's Bates. Only able to gain a couple there. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Austin
able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Now Austin, off play action.
Out route, and he connects with Freiermuth.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Back to throw. Austin.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
They'll run with Gibbs.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Again, it's Gibbs.
Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple and that's it.
2 yards on the pickup.
In motion, the tight end. Operating from the gun. Gordon.
A short throw to Musgrave. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 3rd down at 6.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
Looking to throw. Gordon.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
On now is the Packers punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Lions offense and Jahmyr Gibbs headed back onto the field. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter.
Here's Austin throwing to start the drive.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
From the gun on 3rd down, Austin.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Lions first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Austin. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
Now a give to Gibbs, running left.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. Yeah, he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Austin now. From the gun, he'll throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw is Austin. Off the play fake. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. back now at Lambeau. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Throwing to start the drive. Gordon. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Looking to throw. Gordon. The short throw to Musgrave. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. Up the middle they go. Carmichael. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. The Packers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Gordon. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes. And he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Looking to throw. Austin. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. A short one there to Freiermuth. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Trying the left side with Gibbs. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On to Gibbs. Here's Gibbs. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 86 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Over the middle, it's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
First down, Lions.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Austin, off play action. Rolling to his right, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Now Austin off the play fake. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They overloaded that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Another drive coming up for this Packers offense. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They'll keep it on the ground. Carmichael. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2 yards to go, 2nd down.
At the 43-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Carmichael, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Hahn, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Now a 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Carmichael. A broken tackle on the run, and then just on the other side of midfield they get to it. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Gordon. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the first. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. So now the Lions down 14-10. A minute 51 on the clock. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Back to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
A short one there to Freiermuth.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
So the road a little tougher here. Now 1st and 20.
And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to have